Hello and welcome back to Calmsden Farm. It's the next day on here now, and what a good day that was to move those bales yesterday. We moved all 78 into the shed, and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning now, and it's not long ago it started raining about half an hour ago, so it's a good job we got those shifted. So we're going to pop out in the Discovery this morning. So we're just going to pop up the dairy farm and have a look up there. And then we'll go up to the field. Our two workers are up there doing some jobs. So you haven't been up there yet, but we've got a voucher on a feeder wagon. Got a JCB 435. That's the silage we've got left in the pit. We've obviously got to do some more. We've got to drill some barley to do direct disc for next year. We may have to try and get some silage bales done this year in the next few weeks before the end of the year. So all the cows seem quite happy. Got food in there. Got a load of mineral feed over here. And a straw chopper, and this is a self-propelled slurry injector which we use to do slurry with. We've already injected a couple of our fields, so we've used most of our slurry for this year, and we probably won't be doing it on the last one. So we've got a few bits and pieces around the place. Got some machinery out here, got a mower out here. We may look at changing the mower possibly. Got a rake out here. That's our 6930 on a water tank. This is where we keep our Grassland Fertilizer, which we've got nitram and 20% sand, so that stays in here. Locked up because that's quite expensive, that stuff. It's fertilizer. And there's a tedder in there, and this Grassland fast bale, baler and wrapper. A few old bits of stuff knocking around that used to be used in previous years gone by. So we've got nothing in that shed at the moment. This is our 6155 on the fertilizer spreader. And we've got some hay in there, and this is our 78 bales that we picked up yesterday, all stuck in the shed. So we've got one on here, so what I'll do is just go and take this round to the yard. We'll leave that here for a second, and we're going to get rid of this water tanker. It's on the 6930. And we'll drop that off there. Get these gates shut up before the cows escape. Just pop the straw chopper back on. They could do with a little bit more straw, so we put that extra bale that was left here. We'll just blow a bit more straw in here. Need to give them some TMR at some point, make a mix up. So we'll just shove that JCB in here for now. And we'll go off up the field. Now they're dealt with. The main aim today is start getting ready for drilling. Whether it rains all day or what, we are going to be going drilling. Just see how they're getting on out here. We've got one of them doing some land drains in this field and this bottom end, which will probably go up to about maybe quarter of the way. And they are running the other way because we're trying to retain water in here a bit. For some reason this end of the field seems to get quite dry in the summer, so we're trying to keep a bit of moisture in there by doing it that way. And also it helps a bit of a floods down here. It does, any water does rush down here a bit and hit the wall, and there's a danger of the wall collapsing because there's no way for the water to get through. So we normally do that in here every year. So he's out here in the 8S doing that, the Bomford mole plough. But it's a pretty slow job. that's our new Lempkin plough we've got with a press on it. Pretty light soil out here, so he's whipping through that quite quickly. So we'll leave him to it. So we have moved on about a week at this point now. We've done most of our oilseed rape drilling for this autumn. We've got a couple of fields left to drill of barley, and we're going to start on this one right by the farm, up by the Arable farm, which is going to be our direct disc spring barley for next year's silage. So the fields we got are, that's what we own. We've drilled number 1 with oilseed rape. I think 2 was oilseed rape, and so was 16 and 25 where we picked the bales up from went to oilseed rape, and 6 is what we're about to do, and we've also got to do number 3. Everything else is grass, including that big one at 24. Well, that's what we own here. So we've got the AS on the Clayton Drill. This is the drill we use on the farm for literally everything. We're looking at possibly upgrading the drill at some point, but there's nothing suitable that we like at the moment. So we may look to do that in the coming years. We've obviously got our grain drying and the silo systems there for our grain. We've got a Grassland top down. There's power harrow sitting in there. We've got a digger here just for odd jobs around the yard, and sometimes we have to clean out some of the waterways near us. There's an old dung spreader here. And the tractor that used to be used many years ago on this farm, which has now got a bush growing out of it, is a Ford FW30. Is a sort of thing for farmers that were up here at the time, as you couldn't get sort of medium sized tractors, so you had to step up in things that were like 100 horsepower for things that were about 300 or more like 300 horsepower tractors, because there was nothing in the market around for like 150, 200 horsepower tractors. So, but since they came available, there was no longer any need for these. So we will get, go carefully back through here without banging my head, we will get in the JCB and get this drill filled up with some barley. Brought the JCB up from the other farm. I think we're going to use all that one. So we're going to stick this down here, because we're definitely going to need some more in a minute when that runs out again. Just go and make a start in this bottom corner and work our way back towards the farm. So we'll start doing a little bit in here and then maybe let one of our workers take over, because I've got to run the JCB down the back to the dairy farm in between time and fill the fertilizer spreader up that's down there, as the bags for that are down there. So we are just finishing up here for tonight. He's finished drilling that field and we've topped him up, ready to go again and do the last one tomorrow. And we are just off in the JCB back home. Looks like quite a nice evening. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we'll see you all again in the next one when we carry on. So thanks very much for watching and catch you soon. Cheers.